Welcome to EPIC Lesson 3, TH, and using the dictionary for pronunciation. And I must tell you, this is truly an epic lesson because in all modesty, this technique for the TH protocol is, in my opinion, the best ever invented. anyway, you can judge for yourself when we get there. Okay, all right. As usual, the objectives are just TH and the dictionary protocol, and that dictionary protocol is about 9 or 10 steps, real fast, to help you remember the pronunciation and the meaning and other things about a word that you're trying to fix. Notice too, there's a consonant polka. And what that is, it's me singing a little song where I try to pronounce all of the consonants of English. And I hope you appreciate it because I have no idea exactly how many times it took me to get that thing right. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. So enjoy. All right. Let's get right to it. Here we are. This is the warm-up. I always have a warm-up. Again, you have warm-ups from lesson 1 and lesson 2. So you can use those. This uses the vowels from lesson 2, along with putting a W in front of them for practice. Okay. So what we'll do, I'll demonstrate it once and you can go through it with me. The idea is we start here with our fist in the center like this. Your hand comes around towards you and it goes off screen as far as you can reach. Like this. So, for example, we, which, way, wet, whap. And on the other side, you've got woo, whoops, whoa, wall, what. And then you've got whop, whop. Want to do that one with me? Here we go. So we're going to go off to your right first. So ready? We go. We, whoops, whoops, which. There we go. Better. Which, way, wet, whap, whap. Off the other direction. Woo, woo, whoops, whoops, whoa, whoa, wall, wall, what. Good one. Anyway, fun. Do that one. A great one. Along with maybe one of the other ones from one of the other lessons. Do those as well. Okay, here is the great TH protocol. For this one, you need a stick. Now, I'm using a popsicle stick from one of my grandchildren. Something like this. You could use a chopstick, but it should be one that's flat. It has a flat side like that. See that? So you want one that has. It's better if you have a bigger flat side than the narrow side, but chopstick will work fine. Okay, so just follow the instructions with your stick in your right hand. Okay. Scratch the tip of your tongue. Remember, in the haptic system and the connect system, everything is 3. Okay, so just the very tip. Okay. The next it says press the stick strongly against the lips and the edge of the stick. And then you're actually touching below your nose and your chin, like that, there. And then step 3, set tip of tongue on the stick very lightly, just so you can just barely touch it. Then step 4, 2 different things we'll do in step 4. One is we will start air. So we're going to set, like that. The other one is you'll touch the voice box with the other hand here. Remember with that one, you should be able to feel it in both ears when you do that one, right? Got set. Just kind of tingling. Okay. All right. So then step 5, set, Then you say the word thin. So let's do thin first. And what you do is, for the air, you set, then you go thin. So you start the air here, come up around like that, and come down to here, and say the word. Thin. Got that? Do it again. Thin. So it should start at about your watch and come up to about the top of your head, about that size, a circle that goes out like that. So one more time. Set. Thin. Now remember, I mentioned before, we do everything for a count of 3 at least. And the reason for that is, particularly if you're not doing that sound, just to get a good, nice stream of air, sometimes takes you a count of 3, maybe longer. Now, particularly when you do the voiced one, this one might take you a count of 4, but you can try it. So this one, the word we're going to use there, step 5, I'm going to say the word the. So set, touch, the, set. So when I say set, your tongue is here, and you've got your finger on your voice box. The. Got that? There you are. That's what we're going to be doing. Let's do a little practice with that. So first one, we move it down a bit so we can see them both. Here we got 9 words that have the voiceless. That one. Excuse me. Then we got 9 words that have the. That was very interesting. When I just did that, when I first started, it was really bumpy. I did not have a good, clear focus on that one. So work on that. Okay, here we go. Let's just go through all 9 of them. We'll do each one of them twice. Set, touch. And when I say set, I mean put your tongue here and your tongue touching the stick lightly. Set. Thin. One more time. Thin. Next one. Thought. 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 Thing. 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 Now pathway, you do put the stick there already. So pathway. Pathway. Now northwest. 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 Southwest. 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 Make sure that your circle doesn't start until the air starts. Then the last one, path, same thing there. Set. Path. Path. North. North. South. South. It's very interesting. By south, just from doing it myself, I was getting some wobbly. The air was not a good stream. Sometimes you make sure you're breathing. You're getting some good air down your diaphragm to push that air through with some power to it. Okay, now let's do the voiced one. We got though, the, and them. So though together. Though. Now the. Now them. 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 Now weather. 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 Father. 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 Mother. 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 Very interesting on father. Notice on father, when you say the word, you say fa. So if you so your lips come together on father. Close a little bit. Now smooth with and breathe. Smooth. Smooth. With. Breathe. Breathe. That was a good one. On breathe, I thought my ears were going to fall off. That was vibrating so well. All right. So as usual, we've got our practice of it. So here's the embodied oral reading, A Great Vacation. The idea here is the friends are arguing about the best place to go on vacation. The mood is energetic and fun. So use a stick on each TH 3 times, just like we just did. Go through the embodied all reading, touching the stick lightly on each TH, air or voice, as we just did. Notice too, with air, you got two different ones. You've got a little one and a big one. If it's a little one, it's a TH in the sentence. But if it's a big one, the TH there, it's stressed in that sentence, right? Same thing with the voiced one. You got with this one, it means it's a TH, a voiced TH, but it's not stressed. You got a big X with the brackets, it's stressed. And then finally, you just do the entire embodied oral reading using Tai Chi widget on the stressed syllables. So I told you before, we'll be using the Tai Chi protocol many, many times. Here we're using it to help us bring it into our speaking and help us kind of remember it. And so you're doing Tai Chi at the same time you're trying to feel the vibration, basically. Feel the vibration or the air on one of those two TH sounds. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through it 2 times. You can do it many times, many ways to do it. But we're going to go through it just one TH at a time and practice those 3 times for each one of them. So here we go. So think. Let's do each one 2 times, not 3 times, right? But a count of 3. Right? When you practice at home, do them 3 times, but let's just do them 2 here. Next one is that, that, that. Now north, north, north. Now this, this, this. Vacation. Do I have to do a thing with that one? 1B, you got rather, south, whether, and there 4 times. Okay, so rather, 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 rather. Notice I did not touch my larynx before. A mistake. Make sure you get that. So it should be rather, rather. The reason to touch your throat like that, if you do that, it really helps you get the sound going. That's the main thing. If you can do it without touching there, great. But I would recommend you first start this, that you do that with the touch to help you kind of anchor it. Next one's weather, weather, weather. Next one's there, there, there. We do it one more time. First time I did it, I let go of the vibration too soon. There. There. I got it right. Okay. This isn't easy. Again, I've been doing this for 100 years, and I still have. It's tricky. Hard work. All right. Now 2A, got the, north, and breath taking. The. Now north, north, north. Now breath, breath, breath. Okay. Then my brother, brother, brother. Now there, there. I didn't do it right. There, there. For some reason, the word there will trick you. It tricks me many times. I'm not sure why. I often release the TH too soon. Next one, other, other, other. Okay, now 3A and 3B. Father, mother, there. All 3 of them voiced. Father, father, mother, mother. Getting faster. Here's the bad one. There. Let's get it together, okay? There. There. Got it. Okay. Next one we got weather, though, with the weather. Got all 5. Though. All of those are voiced too. All of them. Here we go. So weather, weather. Though. Though, though, with, the, weather, weather. You getting it? Yeah, good work. Okay. Here, I'll get 4, 5, and 6 up. Oh, we're just going to go 4, 5, and 6 right straight through. So we got that, we got there, just 2. Oh, 1,000, 2,000. We got 2 voiced, 1 unvoiced. That, that. Here's our friend. There, there. Now we got thousands, just there. Thousands, thousands. We do it one more time. I didn't get that quite right. Thousands, thousands. A little bit tricky. Now we got another, the, and north. Okay, so now, oh, there's a mistake there. You see that one in the word north? That should be voiceless. It should not have the brackets. Got that? Okay. Another, 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 the. Now just air. Northwest, northwest. Do it one more time. Northwest. That's a tricky one. That one, I was not getting a good airflow on that one. 5A, we got truth, that, just 2 of them. We go. So voiceless. Truth, truth. Now that, that. Now 5B, we got the, we've got north, and we've got the. Okay. Notice some of the X's aren't exactly under the word where they're supposed to be, but you get it. They're close enough. So voyage, the, north, northwest, northwest. I got to do it again. Northwest. I did it again because the first time I didn't get a good strong airflow. Then wood, last one, the. Okay, 6A, we've got that, we've got other, we've got those. All 3 are voiced. Here we go. That, that, other, other. Then those. Now 6B, we've got then, we've got this, then, and this. Just 2. Good. And they're both voiced. Right? Then, and this. This. Okay. See how we do that? Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the beginning. And after you practice and you've really been kind of zeroing in on those TH sounds, now we're going to do TH. We're going to do the Tai Chi. And when each time we hit one of those voice sounds, we're going to try and feel the vibration or the air, one or the other. Remember, the big X means stressed, little x means unstressed. There we go. So think that I'll go north for this vacation. Do it again. Think that I'll go north for this vacation. This. I didn't quite get that one very well. Okay. I'd rather go south myself, better weather there. I'd rather go south. I'd rather go south myself, better weather there. What happened with me is I did not get quite enough aspiration on south. I went back and made sure I got it right. So again, do it 2 or 3 times if you got to. Just make sure you got the line right. Okay? 2A, but the northwest. But the northwest can be breathtaking. But the northwest can be breathtaking. But the northwest can be but the northwest. Good one, huh? Tricky. All right, 2A. My brother lived there, and so do my other relatives. My brother lived there, and so do my other relatives. You feel the vibration on those voice ones? 3A. Okay. My father and mother grew up there too. My father and mother grew up there too. Now again, really try to exaggerate the vibrations. Again, in real conversation, we'll do that, because then you can practice the Tai Chi again and make it a little bit faster. Okay. So now this one in here, where you get 2 capital X's there. Let's do it this way. Whether or not you go through, good luck with the weather. I'll tell you what, just go make that the first weather not stressed. Okay. Take the brackets off whether or not you go through, whether or not you go through, good luck with the weather. Whether or not you go through, good luck with the weather. For A, I've heard that in Portland, there are thousands of dead fish. I've heard that in Portland, there are thousands of dead fish. In 3B, whether or not you go through with it, should be an it in there, it's missing. Although go through would be okay. So whether or not you go through with it, good luck on the weather. Sorry about that typo in there. Anyway, you get it. Okay. Okay. It's 4B. Another reason to avoid the Northwest. Another reason to avoid the Northwest. When you have the Northwest, the Northwest. A little bit tricky there. I'll do 5A and 6A, or 5A, B, and 6A. Okay. Maybe, to tell the truth, that's a great area. Maybe, to tell the truth, that is a great area. A great area. Maybe, to tell the truth, that is a great area. I was so concentrating on getting the that, I didn't get the stress on great. Okay, 5B, a voyage along the Northwest coast, a long one. A voyage along the Northwest coast would be the best. A voyage along the Northwest coast would be the best. I'm not getting much of the. A voyage along the Northwest, a voyage along the Northwest might be the best. Tricky one, very tricky one. You're going to have to work on that one a little bit. 6A, have to avoid that. My other girlfriend, does not go for those cruises. Have to avoid that. My other girlfriend does not go for those cruises. Does not go for those cruises. Ricky, there's a lot going on here, right? I'm trying to get really rich vibrations and trying to get the stress. Lots going on. Again, we're doing it really fast. You got to practice it slower than we are here, okay? Okay. Well then, bon voyage. Wherever you wind up this vacation. Well then, bon voyage. Wherever you wind up this vacation. Do it again. Well then, bon voyage. Wherever you wind up this vacation. Wherever you wind up this vacation. Wherever you wind up this vacation. Oh. I was doing that a little bit fast, but you get the idea. Work on them slowly. Work on maybe each one at a time as you practice them. It'd be just tremendous practice. And I promise you, before long, you'll begin to hear some of that kind of show up in your speech, particularly for like important names or words that you use a lot in your work, that kind of thing. Okay. Now I'm going to do last thing is this: how to get good pronunciation from a dictionary. And this is a set of steps. It's 10 or 11 steps that I worked out many, many years ago, and I've had several different versions of it, but it has the basics. If you go to a dictionary and you got a new word, especially, you want to remember the pronunciation, you want to remember the meaning, you want to remember the grammar, and you want to have a couple examples you can practice with that have the word in like a conversation phrase or something like that. So that's what this is. But this is also, will give you kind of an idea, a big idea of the complete system. This has many of the basic MT4s, the techniques in the system right here. So the first one, it says, find a word in the dictionary. For example, pronunciation. There you are. You see, I copied that right out of the dictionary. Yeah, my dictionary. B, count the number of syllables on hands and fingers. Right hand fingers touch on stressed syllables. Something like this: pronunciation, pronunciation, open on pronunciation, touch on A. Pronunciation, Asian. Okay. Or you do it all kinds of ways. You can do it pronunciation if you want to. Anything. Make sure you really anchor that stressed syllable. But that's a good one with a hand. Again, we're working with the hands on a lot of things here. C, do the word using a boxing fluency MT4 to help you remember it. Hands touch on the main stressed syllable. Now, later on, I think like in lesson 8 or 7 or 8, we have several techniques we use, MT4s, that are kind of like boxing. One of them is just like that, right? Pronunciation. Again, anchor the stress syllable. Pronunciation, pronunciation. Other ways we'll do it. I'll show you many different ways to use boxing movement to help you in your speaking in several ways. D, remember the grammar. We're going to use a rise fall, and this is sort of like I've done this before. This is rise 4, MT4. You rise and fall. So it's a noun. It's a verb. It's an adjective. You're just going to go over a fence like that, and your voice comes up. Your body kind of comes up with it. It's a conjunction. It's an adverb. Whatever it is. This actually, the rise fall MT4 is every teacher's favorite MT4, right? How are you? Good morning. Sit down. Shut up. Whatever. Anyway, so that one, we'll be using that one. We've used that one a bit earlier in one of the body oral readings. Then what do you do after that? I do that. Pronunciation, right? 3 times pronunciation. Then F, to help you remember the meaning, you do the word using a flat MT4. We haven't introduced that before, but we've done a fall, we've done a rise, we've done a rise fall, we've done a fall rise. This is a flat, you just go flat instead. The way a word is pronounced, the way a word is pronounced, the way a word is pronounced. Again, touching on the stress word. And you'd be amazed, I've been using that technique for a long, long time. And because it is so goofy, you're speaking like a robot or something, people remember it. They remember the definition of a, so just take the definition right out of the dictionary. G, then of course, pronunciation. By now you got it. Now the last thing is, like I said, if this is a new word, you want to remember that, or even if you have a word you're changing, and you want to have like a phrase or a little sentence, you can practice it in. This is a good way to do it. So what you do with this one is, you identify the rhythm groups. Like in this, I've got 2 sentences there in D. There are no rhythm groups at all. So it could be 2. Could be 2 rhythm groups. I'll show you in just a minute. Then you identify the main stressed word, each rhythm group, which we do with the butterfly, right? That's what we're doing there. And then C, if it's a statement, use a fall, right? So, for example, let's do D, the fall one. I'm working on my pronunciation. I'm working on my pronunciation. I'm working on my pronunciation. Like that, right? You could do a rise fall. I'm working on my pronunciation. I'm working on my pronunciation. Maybe you'll use that one instead. That'd be good too. Use a rise, D. Use a rise MT4 if it's a yes/no question. So that one is good. Are you working on your pronunciation? Are you working on your pronunciation? Notice, remember, it stops here and you kind of hold it with your thumb. Are you working with your pronunciation? You could use a fall rise too, right? Remember fall rise? Are you working on your pronunciation? More important, are you working on your pronunciation? Like that. Whatever. But again, just getting the direction of the voice when the body's the gesture going in the same way. That's what that is. And finally, what do we always do? Pronunciation. By then you got it. Then you'll remember. Generally, people say they can remember the sentences from the dictionary, the examples where that word is used as well. All right, and the last one is same thing you saw in lesson 1. So Thursday, just do the video with me we've been doing here. And then on Friday, a warm-up training, embodied oral reading, and keep notes. And then, again, this is what we just did. Do the MT4, each line, like we did it. Do each rhythm group slowly with voice and MT4. That's the way we did it. In just one, we did it twice through. You should do it 4 times through, basically. Then the 3rd time, do the entire embodied oral reading of very comfortable, slow rhythm using Tai Chi. And when you do it that time, as I was trying to do, I was trying to feel the vibration every one of those TH sounds or the air as I went through. And you saw me, sometimes I'd stop and repeat it because I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel the air coming out on the TH sound. Really important in that third walkthrough. Then the fourth one, just do it with some expression and like it means something. It was a meaning. And then Saturday and Sunday, you know, do combinations of those. Like I said too, on Saturday, you keep notes every day. Write down what you do. To begin to get words that you use that have TH in them. So by the following Wednesday, most people have a list of maybe 20 or 30 words that they hear that have TH in them in one complete list. And you can begin with a list that I gave you when we were doing our training, but something like that. That's the way it works. And as always, come Wednesday night, this next week, Wednesday, for lesson 3, it'll still be free. It'll cost a little something to join us in lesson 4, but 3 will be free. So come and enjoy it. And as always, you can make comments on the post, on the blog post, or on the blog post, right? Or on the blog page, either one. You can go to the blog page to get the materials, or the blog post has all the links on it, so every lesson so far. Or just send me an email directly, wracton@gmail.com, and I promise you I will get back to you as soon as my grandchildren allow. Anyway, again, I had a lot of fun. Hope you did, and I will see you soon.